This is the most relaxed I've been in the course of many inaugurations I've watched, because I'm not responsible for it. But I can tell you that when I was in the government, I had white knuckles because of the nature of the threats. But it's so much more difficult today because of what we have seen, not just over the last 2 weeks, but that certainly has riveted our attention, but because of this growth in polarization in the United States and domestic violence in white supremacist groups. So I know looking forward that the members of the Biden team who have been nominated or have been appointed are now moving in laser-like fashion to try to uncover as much as they can about what looks very similar to insurgency movements that we've seen overseas, where they germinate in different parts of the country and they gain strength, and it brings together an unholy alliance frequently of religious extremists, authoritarians, fascists, bigots, racists, nativists, even libertarians. And unfortunately, I think there has been this momentum that has been generated as a result of, unfortunately, the demagogic rhetoric of people that's just departed government, but also those who continue in the halls of Congress. And so I really do think that the law enforcement, Homeland Security, intelligence, and even the defense officials are doing everything possible to root out what seems to be a very, very serious and insidious threat to our democracy and our republic.
Shalom. I want to give a praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I want to say salutations to the men teaching his word, beginning with the elders and apostles on down. Shalom to you, shalom to the believers, to the listening. All right, those that are hearing the words of our testimony and coming back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in repentance and obedience through faith and sincerity. Shalom. And, I wanted to go into, that it's the time to sober up, man. It's the time to be serious. It's the time to be focused. And, with these things happening, it's no doubt that we're in the end. If you got the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of truth, you can see, okay, we're at the end. The prophecies are speaking. We're at that time where a great insurrection is about to come, on this earth, many insurrections, but there's going to be an insurrection against those that fear the Lord, pursuant to 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, around verse 70. Now, in the clip I just posted at the beginning, which was done by, I think the brother's name is Yashalom, GMS Watchman. You heard this devil say, he spoke about insurgencies. All right, that word insurgent means a rebel or revolutionary. Okay, rising in act of revolt. And I just posted a video yesterday going into, what happened was you had this anti-alphabet gang church that pretty much was preaching the Bible, and they were attacked, they were bombed. And we're going to see more and more of these type of events happening, and an effort to so-called unite and abolish hate. Okay, these there's going to be more and more laws and legislation toward, stopping hate speech and stopping things that can create or incite violence or hatred. Okay. So with that, there's going to be serious penalty for preaching this word. Now, this word sober, it means moderate in desires or actions, temperate, restrained, all right? Discipline, pretty much. When you go down to the late 14th century, it says also appropriately solemn, serious, not giddy, okay? It says serious-minded person. All right, so now is the time to sober up, to be serious. All right, first and foremost to myself, now is the time to really stay locked into the spirit, because the evil days, are upon us. Right? Ephesians 5:15, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Okay, redeeming the time. In the Greek, that word redeeming, to buy up, ransom, to rescue from loss, redeem. Okay, so make use of the time. Okay. In fact, let's check out Another translation. Make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. That's the NLT. NIV says making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. The ESV, making the best use of the time because the days are evil. You see, so right now, how do we best make use of our time? By doing more works, increasing our faith, reading, doing lessons, hitting the highways and byways, praying, fasting, being brotherly, etc. So we need to do this because we're in some evil days. Verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. So understand what these scriptures are saying, because these scriptures is where you'll find the will, the purpose, the counsel of the Lord. You'll understand what his intent is. All right. Jacob's trouble, all hell on earth, hour of temptation, the mark of the beast. All right. World War III, salvation, race war. Okay. Destruction, famine, pestilence. All of this is the will of the Lord, man. And these things we have to, stay locked in and keep in our minds, keep at the forefront of our minds. You see, this is a word search I did on the word sober. Apostle Paul and Apostle Peter mentions the word a few times. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 6, it says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay, so let's not sleep. Let's not be, in a state of ignorance and not paying attention and redeeming the time like other people. We need to be watching and be serious. Verse 8, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. These are our tools for salvation here, man. The faith, the love. If you love me, keep my commandments, right? Being obedient. And for an helmet, the hope of salvation. Prisoners of hope. You see? And Titus 2 and 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. See, the women, you're supposed to be sober as well, even though women, don't get as serious as men, but you women, you few women that are in the faith, you ought to be serious too, because, it's some serious shit about to go down out here, man. Especially if you are someone that follows, this faith, man. You might be written to have to give your life for the truth. You need to, keep that in mind, and, pray that the Lord is with you to get through these times. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. And that's what this video is. It's an exhortation, all right, to you brothers out there to be sober-minded, man, to be serious about this faith, to be serious about this walk, okay, to be serious about the prophecies and the things that's coming. 1 Peter 1 and 13, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach. Gird up the loins of your mind, that's right. Because being serious, it starts in the mind. 1 Peter 4 and 7, but the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Pray, watch. Pray, watch. You see, and that's what, that's all we do. We watch the news, we watch for current events, watch for prophecy. And we're serious. Now, we have our times where we balance it out with, other things outside of the truth and the ministry. But, for the most part, you want to stay locked in. 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Because if you lose, the spirit, if you lose the seriousness of this thing, right? If you put things off, eventually, Satan running around, the spiritual demon Satan running to and fro throughout the earth, like I said in the book of Job, can catch you slipping. Next thing you know, you putting off the Lord, and you saying, well, maybe this ain't the year. Maybe, you want to take the ministry serious, man, because this is the work of the Lord, man. The Lord took you serious when he was here. The Lord didn't even deal with a woman. And Judah, the tribes love women. So if the Lord came here, and straight up told his mama, I must be about my father's business. This what I do. This what I'm here to do. You can only imagine how that went. Tell you how the Lord was an austere man. So, and he's the blueprint of how we're supposed to be. So, be serious about the work, be serious about the ministry, man. Because as you see, these devils are moving. They pushing. Here it is that devil Biden then signed shit. I don't even know how many, but he done signed a whole lot of legislations. And just like in the clip, man, they doing these things at laser speed because the time is short. So redeem the time and be sober, man. The Lord is gonna be making his return soon. So Lord willing, that was edifying and exhorting. Shalom.